All right. Let me bring in the chats real quick. I know burner account's in here. No way. He's not even in here? Oh my God. Someone go check on burner account. Brandon Mills with the loud and clear. Thank you, sir. Someone needs to go check. Hey, someone find burner account and make sure he's okay. Oh, shit. There he is. What's up, burner? A little late on the draw, but he's in here. He's there, right? There. So thank you, sir. Welcome, welcome. Who's all in here? Mike Watson. What's up, Mike? Jesse. Brandy's in here. Looks like newcomer. Brandon's in here. Sharon. Mom. Austin. I think Austin's from the TikTok. Yeah, all right. Blake Stevens in here. All right. We got a little bit of some people. T Towns. All right. This is going to be a good show. I think this is going to be a really good show. I'm super excited about it. But first, hey, you got to do the usual, right? Got to do the usual. Here you go, guys. Tint'er brand, the #1 in 9 countries brand right there. Boom. Go hit them up. Custom hoodies, shirts, dash towels. Oh my gosh. Everything down to keychains. You want shower curtains? Right here. Put your logo on it. Get it right there. Tint'erbrand.com. Also, Performance Custom Coatings. If you guys don't know Ryan Real, this guy's unreal. See what no? All right. Bad joke. He does custom red dots. Look at this. Case. You got to open it. With red dots. Look at this. Tint'er brand right there. This is courtesy of this guy, right? Whoop, right there. And not only does he do knives, Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. The wallet of all wallets. And yes, this is mine. This is what I carry. Look at all them cards in there. I don't even know how many I have, but Ryan Real. Okay. Go check it out. Performance Custom Coatings. He's got all of it online, custom made, everything right here. So, Ryan, thank you for being part of the show. And of course, we cannot forget, you know what I'm going to say. If you don't know Tint Wiz, you've been living under a rock. That's right, guys. The number one CRM in our industry, hands down. You want to streamline your business, this right here is the way to go. Go to tintwiz.com, get your free 30-day trial, download it, no credit card needed. And here's the beautiful thing. If you guys need help setting it up, oh, guess what? Tint Wiz coaches, they're out there. Also, go hit them up on Facebook in the Tint Wiz community. If you guys got questions, concerns, that's where to get the answers right here, guys. Tint Wiz. Thank you, Eric, for everything you do in our industry. That is tintwiz.com. Man, I'm starting to sound more like a damn commercial. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what. I don't know. You think I have a script up here, but I really don't. But anyways, hey, guys, it is New Year. It is 2024, and this is the first show of the year. That's right, guys. It is episode 1 of 2024, and I think it's episode 78, 79 or something like that since I've been on YouTube. So we're going for that 100 mark, and when we hit that 100 mark, we're gonna do something absolutely fucking crazy, and I cannot wait. I think let's see, I'm trying to read Austin. I think we're the only ones from TikTok Live. That's all right. You guys are here supporting your friend, and that's all that matters. So don't worry about who all's in here, just as long as you are. Anyways, so I think we're good. Video's good, audio's good. I think we need to start the show. And why not, right? So here we go. Start the show. I almost forgot to hit the button. No, I didn't forget. Anyways, that's right, guys. It is Tint'er Tuesday live right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and I don't know if Instagram's working or not. I'm still trying to figure that out. So if it's live on Instagram, cool. If not, fuck it. I'll worry about it next week. I'll keep trying. I thought I had it figured out, but from what I'm seeing, let me check. Oh, damn, that's right. I don't think it's working. Whatever. Fuck it. Show goes on, right? Show goes on. Okay, so here's the guy. Here's the scoop on this guy that's going to be on the show. I was super excited when he said yes, even though he was like, and I'm like, "What? Are you going to be nervous?" He's like, and I was like, "Man, shut up, dude. Whatever. You're not going to be nervous." This guy, okay. Here's the backstory of this guy. Janelle hit me up. She goes, "Hey, you need to go check out this guy and get him on your show." And I'm like, "Who?" Right? I try to catch things and I miss things. So anyways, send me the link. I looked him up and I was like, "Okay, cool. All right, I see what he's doing." And then he went live on TikTok and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. And I'm not saying it because he's in the lobby and he's waiting and he's on the show. I'm not saying that. I said this when I talked to him the first time on the phone. I'm like, dude, you're killing it. You're absolutely killing it. And the way he presents himself online live to his audience and his followers and everything, I was just blown away. I'm like, this guy knows what he's fucking doing. And so I was like, dude, I want you on the show and I want you to tell, your backstory, where you're from and everything like that. And then also the struggles and the beginnings of everything you did to go on the TikTok and get where you're at now and what has come about from doing it. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, fuck yeah. So anyways, this is another TikTok star live right here on the show. I know he's probably sitting there going, no star. It's bullshit. He is a star because it's successful, it's working, and that's a star. in my book. So, yeah. So if you guys are ready, I guess I'll bring him in as long as he's ready. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on some of the chats. I'll let him sit back. He can wait. He's in no big hurry, right? Fuck it. We'll just do it how I do it. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. I'm going to bring him in. Just seeing where everybody's coming from. See, Andy's in here. Dustin, don't comment. You can't comment on your own show. Get the hell out of here. Let's see. I saw someone say something. I finally figured it out. Tesla said, I finally figured out how to get on. Ed Munt's in here. Jesse, face window tinting. New glasses? Yes, these glasses are courtesy of TintWiz. And he caught me at SEMA and he goes, hey, do you have glasses? And I was like, no, I can't. I said, I need a script. And he's like, send me your script. And these are the new TintWiz glasses with my script in it. So, okay. All right. I think everybody's ready. Dustin, are you ready? Are you situated? You good? Thumbs up, thumbs down, flip me off, do something, make faces. I don't care. Okay, thumbs up. All right. So, guys, my guest tonight, the one and only Dustin Matthew from Cincy Tint Shop out in Ohio, famous on TikTok. Without further ado, here is Dustin Matthew.
I don't know about that introduction, but we're definitely in here.
Hey, come on, man. You got to have some kind of introduction. I can't just be like, come on in, Dustin. I mean, that's boring. Anyways, Dustin, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
I appreciate you taking time out. I know I know we're like 2-hour difference, and I appreciate you staying at the shop late tonight and being on the show. So welcome.
Like I said, thanks for having me. Definitely a little different from my typical TikTok lives that I do every day, but same concept, just me talking to a camera.
That's it. Nothing's really changed except one thing you don't have to do. Well, actually, two things. You don't have to tint, and you don't have to pay attention to the comments right now. So
Absolutely.
It should be easier. It should be easy for you. All right. So listen, and we're going to kind of dive into a couple of different things, but I do this with all my guests. I want you to at least kind of give a background, who you are, where you're at, how long you've been in the tint industry, stuff like that. Just a quick intro about you.
Absolutely. So my name is Dustin Dunham. We're here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Company that I own is called Cincy Tint Shop. I've been tinting on and on. I've been tinting like not serious for about 13 years. The last 6 years I've been in business for myself, every day, full time. Kind of a weird deal how I got into tinting. Was working a full-time corporate job. Ended up hurting my back at work. I tried to work through it. An infection set in my spine. I lost all feeling in my legs. Ended up in the hospital for 8 months. Got out of the hospital. Workman's comp wasn't paying me because they said, yeah, you hurt your back at work, but the injury didn't cause the infection. And my doctor wouldn't clear me to go back to work. So I was just sitting at home going broke. My fiance paying all the bills for 8 months, and so I went out in the drive. I got bored. I can't just sit still. Went out in the driveway, tinted her car, threw it on. I was tinting out of my modular and a lean-to. Tinted her car, threw it on Facebook. Had a few people reach out, and slowly escalated. And now we have this. I never went back to the corporate world.
Fuck yes, I love that. I love that. I love hearing people's stories like that because you went from being like, I mean, you were down in the dumps. I mean, you were, and you found something, picked it up, ran with it, and look at you now, 100% successful, and you're doing big things, and you're doing bigger things now, right? I mean, the whole social media side. I mean, like, when did you start all that? So when did you open your shop?
We opened the shop in September of 21.
Okay, so 21. So we're talking year and a half, almost 2 years, whatever. When did you reach out to the social media side for the company?
So I've always been the one to run our stuff. I was solo with my own business before we opened up this shop. I was just me. I was renting space from an already established detail shop. And he just kind of made me a deal like, look, you can tint all, because I had a decent clientele by then. He said, you can tint all your customers in here, but when I need my customers tinted, we work out X amount of dollars. So I was already like posting, doing all my stuff, even when I was solo. And then, I kind of wanted to scale and grow to bigger things. And it was actually, I had a 3M rep come in and try to sell me film. I didn't end up going with the film, but I liked the guy. And we ended up partnering up, and then we opened this place, kind of how, this came to be. But as far as social media, I've always been the one to post. I've always been decent about staying consistent. Like at first I thought consistent was like posting once a week. Like I'll post once a week, I'll be all right. And it definitely changed a little bit, but you don't start seeing those results. I mean, just like anything else you do, you don't start seeing true results until you're like consistent. Like, nowadays I don't miss a day. If I'm working, my TikTok live's going.
Yeah. And here's the thing. You tell everybody on your TikTok lives, you go live every single day, 6 days a week, you're live.
Yep.
I have not seen you. I mean, since I've been kind of watching and following you, I have not seen you miss a day. And that takes a lot of dedication.
It is. And it definitely will slow you up. Like, this morning I had 3 customers waiting. So I hurried up and got 2 of the customers knocked out. But for that 3rd customer was waiting, threw my camera up, and I'll just tell my TikTok live. Like I try to be as interactive as I can. I try to answer as many comments as I can, because they get a little testy if you don't answer their questions. They'll just ask and ask and ask. I'll be like, look, I set this up so, because a lot of people, like if I don't go live or at my normal time, I'll get messages like, you going live today? What's going on? So I try to make sure I let them know like what's going on. Like, look, I'm still behind, and TikTok live definitely slows me down a little bit, but I'm just going to set you guys here. I got to ignore you, but I'll still let you kind of watch what you guys enjoy watching, which is still mind boggling to me, the amount of people that enjoy watching what I do. But, then I think about it in a way, like I'll watch a guy clean a rug for 2 hours straight, just sit there. And I'm like, if I can watch a guy clean a rug, maybe that's how those people feel about watching me. So that kind of made me feel a little bit better about more stats.
No, I disagree a little bit. I disagree a little bit. And we talked about this before we started the show, is when you're on your lives, you interact. We talked about this. You've got a nice, clean, presence. You're not listening to like horrible, gaudy music. You usually play country or like some top hits, nothing crazy. So you're not hearing cuss words in the background. You're very interactive with your viewers, and you answer their questions. You joke around, you laugh, you throw in little jabs here and there and we'll get to this in a minute, but to other window tinters that come in there and give you shit. And that's the thing, is you keep it like entertaining. You're entertaining. And that's what people want to see. They don't want to see the same old, like, oh, this is, oh, he's just in another fucking window. It's not like that with you. It's different.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, people have said I don't like boosting myself up, but people said I'm pretty funny to be around type guy typically. I try to stay pretty positive. Like, I don't want to come to work every day and be miserable. I want to come to work every day and like enjoy what I do. Like, I was talking to my business partner the other day, like if I can drive to work on a Monday morning and not dread going to work, because I dreaded going to work for a lot of years. I drive to work Monday morning. I can't wait to get here and get live. Just because I know like my regulars are going to be in there and they're going to ask me how my weekend was. I'm going to ask them how their weekend was. It just becomes like a normal part of my day now.
Right. And when you enjoy it, it shows. And then your viewers see it and they're like, this guy loves everything he's doing, and it's working. It's absolutely working. So on that note, let's talk about that growth on TikTok. So like where you started and where you're at now, what were your stepping stones to get where you're at? Because I mean, like, you're growing followers daily. I know one of the I think it was last week you're at 10,000 followers, and now you're at 11. I think you're over 11,000 now. So I mean, you're rapidly growing. So let's talk about when you went live the first time, where you were, and then the stepping stones to where you're at now, and how you did it.
Okay, so like I'm the type of guy, like once I get something in my head, like pretty locked. I can typically stay pretty consistent with it. So I was, just normal. Our schedule was like normal, nothing like too busy. We weren't necessarily slow, just a normal deal. And I'm like, what can I do at this point to better my business, to just get myself out there? Because my networking, like my tinting was all right, but like my networking was terrible. I just didn't network with anybody. And, TikTok, in my head, I was like, this is an app for children at first. And, the more I got on it, the more I seen a lot of these businesses like starting to blow up on there. So I was like, wait a second. So I was like, if I post, I'll try to post twice a week, just make a video. Nothing to do with live. It wasn't even a thought. Because I don't think you can go live on TikTok until you have 1,000 followers.
Yeah, 1,000 followers.
Yep. Okay. So I was posting, I posted probably 4 or 5 videos. And then the day that I was supposed to post that morning, like I just had nothing to post. I didn't have anything. So I was scrolling, sitting. I wake up in the mornings. That's what I do from like my early mornings from like 4 to 5 is my videos or something to do with social media. That's my dedicated time. It's quiet. Nobody's awake. It's just what I do every morning. So I was scrolling, like just trying to post something. I'm like, I have to do this because I feel like I let myself down if I don't post something. So I have a security camera in my office, right behind you guys that you can't see. And I had a customer come in, walked in the door, talking down to us right away. I didn't feel well that day either. I
already know this video because you told me to go watch it, and it's to die for. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I had 68 followers. Okay, 68 followers, and my videos were getting like 29 views, 31 views, and I'm like, well, it's better than 11 views and 12 views. So I was like, I'll just keep doing it, and didn't have anything to post. And there was an album in my phone called it was my security system. It was called Night Owl, whatever my security system was. And I clicked on the video. The guy walks in my office. He's talking down to my Tint'er, like we're just way below him. And he said, how much is it? We told him we were actually cheaper back then too. This is when we first opened. And asked how much it was. We told him. He said, oh my gosh. He said, that includes the sun strip as well. And my Tint'er was like, no, sun strip is an extra 40. I mean, 40 odd sun strip. Couldn't cut it. And he said, my sun strip's an extra 40. Oh, what's it made out of gold? And then that's what I said. And I was like, no, it's made out of tin. Equivalent. They're both pretty expensive. And he sits there and stares at me for like 5 seconds. I sit here and he goes, I'll tell you what. You throw in that sun strip and I'll do it for the $249 or whatever. Yeah, $249 back then. And I wasn't even going to say no. Like I probably would have worked with the guy because we were pretty stiff. I don't like my business. So I probably would have worked with them. So I kind of make like a sarcastic face, like I was thinking about it. Before I get a chance to speak, he goes, don't act like you can't do it because there's always somebody else up the road that will. And I said, you're right, there sure is. And he stared at me and I said, head on over there. And he walked out of my office and he said, I guess you can afford no business. And I didn't say nothing. I let him walk out the door. And if you watch the video, my neck, I was a little bit heavier than too. But my neck was white when it started. It kind of peed me off, and my face turned red. And then I turned around and I apologized to my guys. I'm like, sorry about that. I don't like that. I'm proud of. And when I posted it to my TikTok, I said,
your audio is starting to break up a little bit.
Let me try something.
It's all good. It's what happens when it's live, guys. We try to,
Any better?
Keep going. I'll tell you.
Okay. So, I turn around and I apologize because I hadn't perfect. Okay. Do you want me to? Did they hear the first part of the story? You want me to restart?
I actually, yeah. Just it's kind of funny, and I was trying to catch you at a pause, but that's all right. Go ahead. So the guy comes in. He's asking for a full tint job. And then when you gave him the price, he said, wow, that's a lot. Does it include the sun strip? Okay, so go from there.
Yeah, he says, you throw in the sun strip, I'll do it for your price. And I'm like, I was thinking about it. I probably would have gave him some type of deal. I wasn't going to throw it in for free. And before I even had a chance to speak, he goes, now don't act like you can't do it because there's always another shop up the road that will. And before he even got done with the sentence, I'm like, you're right. Head on over there. So he's like, okay, I guess you can afford no business. And he goes walking out of the shop. like I said, that wasn't something I was proud of. And I posted it to my TikTok when I had 68 followers. I thought 28 people would see it. And I turned around, I apologized to my guys. I'm like, sorry about that. Like, that ain't something I do. I don't treat my customers like that on a typical basis. And next thing you know, I posted to TikTok. I post it in the morning, go to work. And then somebody calls me like, dude, that video you posted is hilarious. Like somebody that wouldn't be watching my videos. And I'm like, wait a second. So then I open up my TikTok. It's at like 99 plus notifications. I'm like, what the heck? And then it was like, 10,000 views. And I'm like, wait a second. Then it was like 20,000, 40,000. Then it was 100K, 200K, 300K. And my followers just went. So I went from 68 followers when I posted it. And then I think when that video, I ended up getting 2.1 million views on that video. And I think when that video kind of died down and went to its normal thing, I had like 3,800 followers. And I sat at that for like 6 months. I was still posting my videos, but nothing to do with live. And then one day we had a pretty cool car in here. It might have been like a Porsche or Lamborghini, whatever it was. It was like a pretty unique car. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go live. Like the worst I could do is screw up on live. I'm going to go live and see what happened. I went live and I had a maybe 25 people watch, maybe 20 to 25 people watching. And they're like, dude, this is enjoyable to watch. You should do this more often. You should do this more often. And I was like, And then the next day I got a call. He said, hey, I seen your stuff on TikTok or your live. And I was going to see about getting my truck tinted. And I was like, ooh, wait a second here. And then I just kind of made a deal with myself. And then my followers were growing pretty good during that live. I went from like 3,800 to maybe 3,900. Like 100 followers in one day to me was astronomical.
Yeah.
So I was like, absolutely. So I was like, well, wait a second. If I can continuously gain 100 followers a day, it might take me, my goal, like I set a number in my head with 10K. You can ask any of my TikTok followers, it was like 10K was my number in my head. I'm getting there. It might take me, 6 months. It might take me 6 years, but I'm getting there. I was like, if I do this every day, I've been averaging 100 new followers a day. I'll eventually get there. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll get there. So I just kept doing it. And then, maybe a month after going live pretty consistently, because when I first started going live, I wasn't as consistent as I wanted to be. I mean, it was maybe like every 3 days, and it was so random. So nobody could like plan their day. Like some people plan their day to watch me now, which is mind boggling to me, but you couldn't do that before because it was so inconsistent. To where now they pretty much know I'm going live at 9:30 to about 11:30. I eat lunch and I come back after lunch. And I was gaining 100 followers alive. Then it was like 300 followers alive. And then next thing you know, it was like gaining 400 followers alive, 500 followers alive. And then this past Saturday, some craziness happened. And I gained like 4,000 followers one live. I think I'm at like I'm just under 13K now.
And I think
just went nuts.
Yeah, and I think it was just right before everybody kind of broke away for New Year's. I caught you. I think it was Saturday, and I caught you, and I was watching and I was listening, and I looked up, and you had like, I think it was 46,000 likes on the live, and then you had, I think you peaked out just a little over 1,300 viewers at once. I think it was
2,500 on Saturday at once.
So it drops from when I caught it then. Okay, that's a lot, dude.
Into that live, I had 141,000 likes on that one live.
Shit.
And that live there, I'll get into a quick story. I know I ramble a lot. But so that live there, I had, when you had, I peaked at like 2,500, but I was sitting at 2K pretty consistently. When you have 2K people watching, like the comments are just going nuts, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can't really catch anything. So next day I have the radio playing. It's playing country radio, right? And when a big kind of growing country star named Bailey Zimmerman, his song was playing. It's called Religiously, pretty common song. And I didn't skip a song all day. I didn't do anything, right? I was just letting the radio play. But for some reason, during that time, I was tenting. I had like 2,000 people in there. I skipped a song, and it was Bailey Zimmerman's song. Next thing you know, I get a comment that says, dude just skipped my song. And the name was Bailey Zimmerman. And I'm like, but I ignore it. I don't acknowledge it. I don't do anything. Because in my head, I'm like, it's some troll or something. And I just didn't put two and two together. And then the next thing you know, like I get a text from my fiance. I see it pop down, but I don't really read it because it's Saturday and I'm trying to get done. Right. And then next thing you know, somebody pins a comment. He put some like crying faces, and somebody pins a comment and said, "Dustin's still my dog." And it was Bailey Zimmerman commented. And it was legitimately Bailey Zimmerman. And the time he was in there, I skipped his song. The only song I skipped that day. It still tears me up on the inside.
Oh my God.
I never acknowledged him. The whole live, I never acknowledged him.
Oh, dude.
It tears me up. It's like, what are the chances?
That, how do you recover from that? How do
you
recover
cry
from
at
that?
night. You just cry every night. Hope it goes away.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's
because even like people like. Go ahead if you're going to say something.
No. I mean, this just right here. This goes to show that when you go live, I mean, anything can happen.
Yep.
Mistakes happen. Audio goes out. Video goes down. I mean, there's always something. And when you miss something like that, that could literally just be something that who knows what could have came out of it. It hurts. It hurts.
Bad, because I think he did a big jacked up, tinted up truck giveaway. And if you looked at the name of the place that made the truck, it was BZ Motorsports, and his name is Bailey Zimmerman. So I don't know if he does some like custom stuff. Anyways, it's kind of like why he was in there watching. So that could have been such a huge opportunity, possibly, but I didn't even acknowledge him. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, I tell you, here's lesson learned. Don't ever skip songs playing on your live.
I won't ever again. I'll tell you that. You never know who's in your live.
Lesson learned. Yes, that's hilarious. Wow. Going back to your TikToks now. I'm still kind of new to the whole TikTok thing and how it all works and quite honest, I just don't have time for it. I just kind of use it for shits and giggles. I don't really try to grow the whole, following. It's just not my thing. I don't care. Right. But I don't know where the line is that you have to cross to start getting money from TikTok. I don't know any of that stuff, but you're not getting paid by TikTok right now, correct?
Well, there's a thing called like
direct from TikTok.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So how does that work?
So right now, like there's a few different ways TikTok will pay you. I'm learning. I'm still very new. So I don't know a whole bunch about it. But what I do know is once I did hit the 10K followers, like people will get in there. You can set like a goal for your live and like these lightning bolts or these hats will pop up. Everything you see, except for just likes, hearts, they're not worth anything. But like, people will send you these lightning bolts and every now and then I'll be tenting. I'll turn around. I got a daggone cowboy hat and a mustache.
Right.
Those are worth like cents. It depends on what it is or how much each thing's worth. But, that live that I had 2,500 people in there, a guy sending 60 roses here, 70 lightning bolts here. Like I got off live and it might have been like $20 some, but still just for me sitting there doing what I enjoy doing anyways, it was just mind boggling to me that people want to support, just me putting stickers on glass.
So basically people are sending you gifts that they can purchase on TikTok and then they send it to you as a support and then you start banking that money into your own account. Right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. Now on the business side, let's talk about that. Is there growth on the business side from utilizing TikTok? Yeah, see, I know. You already know where I'm going with this.
Absolutely.
So, utilizing TikTok, your lives and your followers and stuff like that, where's the growth from where you started to where it is now on the business side?
So there, a thing that's still kind of mind-boggling to me is the merch. We try to dress in a way that, no matter who walks in that door, you're going to feel comfortable leaving your car with us. I try to just be, it's not like I'm wearing daggone Gucci every day, but just like a nice shirt, some nice pants. I'm not wearing sweatpants with daggone cigarette hole burns in them. But, a lot of people are like, oh, I like that hat you're wearing. I like that hat. Oh, I like that, Under Armour quarter zip. I like this. And in my head, I started to see like, and everybody's like, can I buy a hat? Can I buy a hat? And I'm like, wait a second. This might be something. So I ended up placing like a $4,000 merch order and getting, a bunch of hats and all this stuff we have. And I just had started having random people that have never used my service, that never even knew I was here, but like, hey, I'm swinging by the shop to pick up a hat. Hey, you got a 2X t-shirt? Hey, do you have this? So that side of things, I'm just mind boggled about. But as far as like bookings for window tint service, headlight and taillight tint, paint protection film, I think we definitely doubled, I think just under tripled our last year December numbers with one less guy. So we had 3 full-time tinters last year. We did have to end up letting a guy go. And, it wouldn't have been uncommon last December for us to come in on a Monday. We have probably Monday full, Tuesday full, Wednesday maybe an appointment or two, Thursday maybe an appointment, maybe nothing on Friday. I'm booked out a week and a half right now, solid as can be. And I have 33 after from my live yesterday. What is today? Tuesday. Yeah, my live. What is today? We didn't work
yesterday.
Tuesday. My last 2 lives, I have 33. I added a little thing to my TikTok. It says "Get Quote," so they can click on it. And I was paying a company to like get me leads, and every time it was pay per click. So every time they clicked and sent us to get a lead, we'd have to pay them. And one of those might come in every other day, paying this company. And my last 2 lives, I have 33 leads sitting in my TikTok inbox right now from my last 2 lives. And it's almost hard to keep up with 2 of us. It is an insanity. I would have never guessed.
Here's the thing, dude. It's working. It's working. You're utilizing the social media platform that is absolutely free.
I know it. And I love it.
And look what you're getting out of it, dude. It's insane. And I try to tell my dealers and even people that I know that are not my with Audubon or Edge or Hooper, and I try to tell them, and I try to really stick it to their heads and go, you got to start utilizing every social media platform that you can get your hands on. They're free, for crying out loud. Oh my God.
A lot of these guys are so willing to pay an advertising company. Just keep that money in your pocket and do a little extra work yourself.
Yes.
And the results are better. The results are better. Not at first. It's good. I mean, you got to get through the suck. I mean, you might only have 2 viewers here, 3 viewers here. But in my head, I just kept going like I had 100 every live. I had 100 viewers. I didn't care there was 1 or 2 people in there. But there's 1 or 2 people now still join in every day. A lot of them are my mods. They've been there since day one. And they come in there every day to help me, like to kick out some of the trolls that get too crazy. It's crazy the people that are just willing to help me for no reason. Just for no reason. They come in there every day and just support me and, have conversations with me. It is mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing.
It absolutely works, and I can't stress this to these guys that have shops or just installers themselves that are working on a week. I mean, whatever the case may be, I try to tell them all the time. I'm like, utilize every social media platform you can, and if you make a video or something that you want to post, you post it across the fucking board.
Why not? You already made the video.
You already have it. Start utilizing every single platform. Don't just stick to one, then go, oh, I'll do this one next week. Man, fuck that. A little extra time and a little extra work at night when you're sitting there. Don't be playing video games. Don't be sitting there, doing something stupid. Utilize that time wisely and get that engagement like you are, and it pays off.
Right. I mean, it definitely takes some dedication, and you got to want to do it. Like, I enjoy the editing side of things. Like, I'll sit there, I do the same. I'm a very routine type person. I do the same exact thing every morning. I wake up at the same exact time. The first hour and 15 minutes of my day is either making a video if I don't have one made, or something to do to boost my business with social media. One way or the other, there's something going on with social media my first hour of my day. And that's just what it is. It's like not even an option to me anymore. It's just what I do every day. It sucked at first.
Yeah. No, it's that little extra work that you put in to get results. Yeah. And it does suck. Yeah. tiring. Yes, you feel like you're just on repeat. You know, rinse and repeat like all the time. But you know what though? You are living proof, and I've seen it. I've seen it just over the last couple of weeks of watching you, and I'm like, dude, this guy is going to be up there with some of the other guys on TikTok. And dude, you're doing it the right way. So you should be very proud of yourself, be proud of your success, be proud of your shop, and you've got an employee that is there with you 100% and backs you up. You've got all your viewers backing you up. You're doing it absolutely 100% fucking right.
I definitely appreciate it. It feels good to hear like the good side of things. Like every now and then you'll get your trolls in there, but what I've learned once you can get, we'll get into that too. That's a good one.
We'll get to that here in a second. Yes.
Okay. But once you can like learn to get your ego out of tinting, to thinking you're the best or like you don't screw up, if you can separate your ego from tinting, like my first 3 years, I would have never done this. I wanted people to think like, oh, I'm the best tinter around and I don't screw up and everything I put out's perfect. But once you can separate those two, you just have such a relief. Like I screw up on TikTok all the time. I wasted $60 of film today on my TikTok live, probably $60 film.
Yep.
But people respect. They're like, hey, dude, you're an honest dude. And, like sometimes, I'll put a window in. I think it's perfect. And after I install every one of my windows, I will clean the glass and I will show my install. And, a lot of times there would be something tiny, right? That maybe some shops would let go, maybe some shops wouldn't. And I could hide it, take the camera around it. But as soon as you watch some of my videos, like as soon as my eye spots it, I'm like, boom, you see this? That ain't going out. I grab the film, rip it off and restart. I didn't want to give the new tinter, because I do have a lot of newer tinters. I have a ton of message. I try to help out as many people as I can. But I didn't want to give the new tinter a false sense of what it is to be a tinter. Because I got a few messages like, oh man, I don't feel like I'm ever going to get as clean as work as you're getting. I'm like, dude, I get specs here and there too. That's just what it is.
We're human.
Right.
We're human.
Yep.
It happens. Yes. 100%.
Yep. And like the trolls, I think a lot of people are scared to screw up, which I was when I first started. Like I'd have a sticky window or, something real hydrophobic and my heart started beating. I'm like, I know they're watching. But anymore, it was like, my viewers go up when I screw up because I'm just honest about it. I'm like, yeah, this sucks. I sucked at that window, but I'm going to go over here and click cut and do it again. I ain't going to send it. They just know it's not going out of my shop until it's right.
And that right there just shows you as a person being 100% fucking real. And people love that. People would rather have someone 100% real instead of someone fake. Because here's what's going to happen is if you were to pull the whole fakery on everybody, right? Someone on TikTok is going to come up in your shop and you're going to try that fakery on their car. And then they're going to call you out and go, this guy's been a fucking joke since day one. You guys are all full of shit. Right. Yep. You don't want that. So for you to be upfront and honest,
it takes all the stress out of it.
Because dude, it's just perfect character.
Right. They're like, do you get nervous when I get a lot of comments like, I hate when customers watch. Do you tell your customers? I'm like, they'll see me come in here. If I do have customers waiting, I tell every single customer. For one, that's one more follower. And for two, a lot of them like to see, and it takes the guesswork. Like some people have a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to tint shops. Like they've been screwed over before. They weren't willing to fix something. I can't hide nothing. It's live. I can pause it and hurry. It's live. So I come in here and tell every customer, and everybody's like, well, what if the customer sees you screw up? I'm like, the customer doesn't care how many windows I put in this car. As long as when they come to pick up their car, everything is as it should be. They don't care how much film I wasted. I'm the only one that cares about that because that's just money out of my pocket. They don't care.
No, they don't. And matter of fact, they're going to look at it and go, wow, this guy's like genuine. Like he's being honest. It wasn't passable for him. He knew I'd probably call it out and come back a week or two later and go, hey, what's this? Will this go away? Yep. And we solved the issue right then and there to where they don't have to come back. Which we all know things happen,
Oh, absolutely.
In this industry, people come back for certain reasons. But if it's something you can minimize right then and there, and they
gotta fight blue.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I had a customer come back at 9:30, tinted a Subaru Forester, frameless window, pretty curvy frameless windows, some older glass, like I don't know, maybe a 2003, 2004 Subaru Forester the other day, and came in at 9:30 before I was even live. But what I did before I even get in, a top corner peeled on a rear passenger window. I don't know if it kind of slid up or was a little bit, wasn't tight enough, whatever happened. It top corner peeled up about that much. And I was like, I could either hurry up and fix this before I go live. And I'm like, you know what? I went live and I said, hey, I got to come back right here. I wanted to show you guys what I think happened and what we're going to do to make sure this doesn't happen again. And showed me removing the window, putting a new one on. They heard, because a lot of times I'll make sure I check with customers. I ain't going to come out here with the camera like, hey, customer. But I have a wireless mic, which makes a big difference because I can leave my camera in there and it keeps my engagement up. Because if I just went silent in there and they're staring at a wall, I noticed at first people are gone. But if they like hearing how I interact with my customers too. So even though they're staring at a wall, they're kind of hearing what I'm saying. And I walk back in and he's like, you sure there's nothing I can pay you? And I'm like, dude, listen, you paid good money for a service. And I want to make sure that service is right for you. He's like, please let me tip you. And he ended up forcing me to let him tip me. He's like, because he messaged me on a Sunday night about 10:30 or 8:30. I messaged him back at 8:32 and he sent me a picture and I'm like, hey, he says, it's something we could probably fix. I said, nope, that's going to need replacing. I said, I can squeeze you in tomorrow, first thing in the morning, we'll get it knocked out. And he said, man, I appreciate the quick response, especially on a Sunday night. And he left me a 5-star review after he left and mentioned, he said, there was an issue and Dustin was quick to make sure I was fixed and back out the door right away. And it's the last review.
Win-win right there. 100% win-win.
You can't beat it.
No, and here's the thing. I guarantee you're probably going to have that customer for life.
Yep.
And I guarantee you they're already spitting your name out going, hey, look, this is what happened. He fixed it. He was up straight and honest with us. And look, it still looks, yeah, dude, you're killing it. You're absolutely killing this, man.
Another huge thing that people are like, well, what if you break a door? I pull panels. I learned my first 5 years, I was a 2-stager, but I found just for myself, and I tell people, this is just my way of tinting. This isn't the right way. This is just my way. Just so I'll bottom load this, or you need to 2-stage this. But they're like, what happens if you break something? I'm like, as soon as I pulled like maybe 6 months ago, I was pulling a Chevy door panel off, broke the wood trim piece or the fake wood plastic trim. First I called Holman Motors GMC and said, hey, I need this piece. Okay, it'll be here Wednesday. Hung up with them, called the customer right away. I said, hey, just want to let you know, I did break your driver's side, a piece on your door panel. There is one on order. It will be here on Wednesday. I said, I will personally, because I knew he lived local. I said, you don't have to bring your truck back. I said, I'll personally drive to your house and put it on. He's like, no, you don't have to do that, man. And those are the customers. When I break stuff, I end up with lifelong customers just because how you handle it. Versus, when some people trying to hide something, it's going to cost you so much more money in the long run. Just get out in front of it. Order the part first. If you can call the customer with, hey, it might not be here for 2 weeks, but it's on order. A little bit of a delay. They don't care. They're like, he's like, man, I appreciate the honesty, and you'll definitely be getting all my stuff.
Yep. All you gotta do is just be straight with the customer and just be like, hey, listen, this is I fuck up. I'm human, and but I'm going to take care of it. You have nothing to worry about. I'm not just going to pawn it off. I'm not going to try to, rig it to where you can't see it. Like, just own up to your mistakes and move on. And that says a lot about a lot of people. Okay, me and you can sit here all night. I really could, and I'm sitting here going, man, we're at 50 minutes. Like, it goes by like that. Yeah, like super fast. But I definitely want to get into the one. I know there's two, but the one that I've had interaction with one of your I don't know, one of your guys that follows you, who says he's like the tint god of all gods. But let's talk about Drew. So Drew's been kind of famous. I don't know if he's probably watching this or not, because I'm sure
I invited him.
Well, he kind of stalked my TikTok page and he's like, hey, where's that shirt at? And I was like, I don't know. I guess you'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, so long story short, Drew has been a little bit of a not so much a hater, but kind of giving you some shit when you're live. So kind of give us a quick deal about that, and then we'll talk about the shirt thing.
Okay, so I suggest any other tenders out there, this is the best way to handle it, because there's no comeback on their end. So I'll get guys in there. Like he hopped in a day that I did screw up a window, right? Which he hadn't. He's like, oh, I wouldn't have screwed that up. And the first thing he said, he hopped in there and he said, I'm a better tinter than you. And I replied and I said, you're right. You're way better than me. But my customer doesn't care that you're better than me. My customer's still going to pay me. And you're in here watching my live at 2:00 on a work day. If you're that good of a tinter, why aren't you slammed out the door? And he says something else. And I'm like, I said, at this point in my tinting career, I couldn't imagine getting in somebody else's TikTok live that's tinting and letting them know that I'm better than them. I said, is it like an ego thing? I said, does it make you feel better to tell me that? Like I was being genuine. I'm like, I'm really curious on what makes you want to do that. Then when you start asking them those questions, they start backtracking.
Oh yeah.
So he was talking about how fast he was and all this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, what makes you say that? And he goes, well, oh man, he's like, at that point, he starts backtracking. He's like, bruh, it ain't that deep.
It ain't that deep, yeah.
Yeah, bruh, it ain't that deep. I was just kidding or something. He made like a quote, right? And then I had a hater right before him that got in there and said, Tintin' ain't none special. Like, N-U-N. Yes. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. When I see the word none, I freaking think of an old lady.
None.
I mean, yeah none. So
none.
The rest of the live, that's all I said. I pick up my torch. I bet you guys see this torch. It ain't none special. And then now that's all you see on my TikTok comments. Everything is none special. And if I screw up, I every comment's Drew would have had it done last week. Drew has next week's cars done this week.
Already done. Yeah.
So I made a t-shirt. Actually, my merch guy was watching my live, just kind of the same situation. When I got off live, you sent me that shirt. My merch guy put our logo on a t-shirt, and on the back, it says Tintin' ain't none, N-U-N, and put a little nun lady above them. It says Tintin' ain't none special. And I'm going to start selling it as merch. I turned my haters into t-shirts.
There you go.
And they love it. It's so funny. It makes me so happy.
And when I was trying to work, and then I was kind of like watching your live at the same time. And when that happened, I screenshot his comments, and I was like, oh, watch this. And I made a shirt within like 5 minutes just for shits and giggles. Yep. And I sent it to you, and you bust up laughing.
I was losing it.
Dude, so I will put someone's quote on a shirt so fast.
Right. That's what I say. Because every now and then my mods, they're pretty good. Like, I end up having some people in there since day one. So, like, as soon as people start hating, every now and then they're just quick. They're just like, get them out of the block them. Yeah. And I'm like, well, maybe don't block them too quick because we need some new merch. So we need a new quote.
Yeah, don't kick them out too fast. Let them some quotes out first, and then we'll kick them out. Dude, I'm not gonna say people should follow your footsteps. I'm not gonna say that, but I think people should probably follow you as a lead, and what you did up till now, it's proven fact that all this stuff works, and it's working great for you. Now, will people get the same kind of outcome that fast or in a timely manner or anything like that? There's no telling.
Right, maybe.
But this is why I stress people to do what you're doing. And I've been using you as an example so many times to a lot of guys, and I'm like, just go watch him, see what he's doing, and get to that level, and then just keep it going.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. And like I said, the way you interact with people, especially the haters that come in, and you turn it around, that just shows your true character. Like, you're not sitting there going, well, motherfucker, great. Right. You're not just like pumping your chest going, well, fuck, come over here. Let's see what you got, bitch. You're not doing any of that. You're just like, hey, that's kind of funny. We'll make it a shirt. And your viewers love it because you're so laid back, easy, and you just flow with everything. So it works, dude. It fucking works, and you're doing it. Absolutely. All right, guys. All right, we got to kind of get this going because I told him it wasn't going to take but maybe an hour and 15 minutes, and Dustin and I can like talk forever. So let's do this. We're going to bring in the chats. We're going to do a quick Q&A with Dustin. And Dustin, you remember how you were talking about not being able to keep up with comments? Yeah, you're going to see it here in a little bit too. So
okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're going to love it. So I'm going to bring the chats in, and as soon as that kind of starts to catch back up, all right, guys. I know a lot of people probably have comments and questions or anything like that for Dustin. Get them in, and I will try to get them as much as possible because we all know comments kind of start going really fast. So I'll catch it as much as I can. All right, first one right here. Brandon Mills, advice for camera shy people. This is a good one. So how did you overcome that?
Because when I first started, there was like 3 people in there, and I'm like, the worst thing that, because I'm pretty comfortable tinting. I have been doing it a while. If I was a brand spanking new tinter, I might have been a little more nervous to go live. But I feel like I can put out some pretty decent work. So I'm just in my shop with my camera. Like you can get TikTok to where you can clear the screen. You don't know who's in there, who's commenting. So I just did it. And when you start off, you have such low viewers. It kind of takes the nerves away a little bit. Once you my chest started beating the first few times I did screw up. Like I did get a little nervous, and that just what it was. But I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? Like these guys just run their mouth a little bit about me. Because in my head, I was thinking, what could the positive versus the negative, and the positive so far outweighed the negative that I was just like, I'll just go for it.
100%. It's you gotta, and it's the same thing with me, like doing this show over and over and over again. You gotta kind of, like you're saying, put the negatives to the side and look at the positive, and just say, just first off, you just got to be vulnerable. You're going to get jabbed on, and like what you do is you turn it around to be a positive, and it works. You just got to find that balance and just run with it.
Right.
Just fucking run with it, man.
Easier every single time you go. Every time you click that live button, it will be easier than the last time. I go live now. I do daggone somersaults, cartwheels, dancing. Like I don't care anymore. And
well, if you do somersaults, hey, if you're doing somersaults, I'm going to tell you right now, just like Austin said, ain't nothing special.
Hey, it ain't nothing special. I'll tell you that.
Ain't nothing special. Let's see here. Dilly Dally, he definitely has the right personality for it. I absolutely agree. You do have that personality that's easy flowing, and it works. I try to catch. George says I try to catch you when I can on TikTok. Always like the content. Keep crushing it. I'm trying to catch everybody's things here, so just bear with me here. It's not just your drive to push for your business to the max, it's your personality drive too. Right. Your weight loss journey, which I know we kind of didn't really get into a lot of personal things, but you'll just have to come on the show again and we'll dig.
Absolutely.
Because we can just kind of go off and off. So Clayton's seeing it. Let's see here. Do you have any evidence with people that have speech? Do you have any evidence with people that have speech problems to go live to get over that fear? Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah. I don't want to lie to you and say yeah. I would say because I mean obviously I can't put myself in that situation. I would say because if you can just tell yourself it's you and your camera, you would be surprised on the amount of support you'll get versus the amount of hate. Because I thought like it was going to be like 50-50 or even like 60-40, 60% of the people being cool and, 40% hate. But it's like 99.6 and 0.4. Like people come, they boost me up on, I get off my live like feeling pretty good. Like these people are saying a bunch of good things about me. It makes me feel a lot better. And, I rarely get like people like truly in there, like hating on me. So I think you'd be surprised at the amount of support you'd get if you did try it. I really do.
100 fucking percent. Exactly what you said. The thing is you're never going to know until you do it.
Yep.
You're never going to know. So here's something I'm just going to add to what Dustin said. Dude, you only live fucking once.
Right.
Wouldn't you rather be done with your life looking back going, at least I fucking tried?
Yep.
Because if you're not trying, you're not going to go anywhere.
And you'll have that regret of
that's
not
the way
knowing.
I see it. Yeah. You don't want to sit back every time you watch other people's lives going, I wonder if I can do it. Stop wondering. Just go do it and be yourself. Because people would rather see a true person than a fake person, hands down. So just be yourself
and shows
that vulnerable. Yes, 100%. Fuck yes. Damn, dude, you nailed that shit.
Appreciate it.
Love it. Love it. Fucking love it. All right. I'm trying to catch some other people's things. I told you not to look at them. So let's see here. T-Towns. So what do you post mostly on Facebook to promote? That's a good one.
Yeah, so it's actually easy. When I make a TikTok video, so I use an app called CapCut, and you don't have to be some professional editor. Like, I didn't know this stuff. If you look at my quality of videos from when I started to my quality of videos now, you can tell I didn't know what I was doing. I started to get the hang of it a little bit. Okay, I'm getting a little better, and I'm still learning. My videos still aren't great.
Sure.
But once I was able to go live, like, it mitigates all that, because I don't really get my followers and get a lot of the support from my videos, which I do get some views on videos, don't get me wrong. But the support comes from people seeing you live, see how you interact with your customers, seeing you on a day-to-day basis. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty positive guy just in general. So I think a lot of people says it comes through on camera.
Yeah. Yep. This is why I wanted you on the show. I knew you were going to knock this out of the park. I really did.
I appreciate that.
One of the hardest workers I've known since high school. Dude's always been a hustler, no matter what the task is at hand. I don't know you since then, but I can definitely tell. Whoever said that is probably 100% spot on. Dustin is just all the way around and all the way around encourager. He wants to see everyone succeed, and I love that. Same thing with me. This is why I do this show, because I want people to hear their success, their fails, their trials, their errors. Like, I want people to hear this from people like you, to let them know that you went through the same struggles that everybody else does, and if they can get something from you where they're going, that's what I did wrong, okay, and then they move forward. This is why right here. Absolutely.
Just being able to help out. Like, the two biggest tips I've ever learned in window tinting, the first one was getting rid of tap water and going to distilled, because I felt like I was getting like perfect installs, but I was getting all these little micro specs. Come to find out, it's for my water. I would have never known that if it wasn't for somebody, telling me. I think I learned it on a video. And then the second one was torching windows, and I've used that I learned on a video. I've used that for like 7 years, and it saved me a ton of money in film.
Right. Yep. Hunter said, will you be at the dealer conference this year? So the Autobahn dealer conference, that's this year.
I will.
Going to be in Washington. Yep. Sweet. I will be there. In case you guys are wondering, Dustin is he's an authorized Autobahn dealer. I know he gets hit up all the time. What film do you use? What film do you? And when I watch you and I'm trying to work and I see it, I always try to comment and be like, he's with Autobahn. He's got Autobahn. So pleasure to have you with us for sure. Let's see here. When do we get a Cincy Tint Thursday? So I think you may have to start your own little podcast.
I don't know about that. We got a lot going on at the moment, but it's something I do want to expand my social medias, and I do want to do a little more. But I just don't know what that is just yet.
Let's see here. Austin says, you can have anything you want in life. All you have to do is meet requirements, and Dustin has done that amazingly. I agree. Never feel like you're limited to anything out there. Anything out there is possible. You just got to put yourself out there, go for it, put 110% in, and just believe in yourself. Because if you're not believing in yourself, you're never going to do it.
Right. You can't let like a time discourage you, or, if it's not going to happen on your time. Like, a lot of people see my shop like, oh, that's my dream shop. Not that I have like anything too special, but I feel like we've set it up in a way that's, I feel like it's pretty nice. But we didn't do this all at once. Like, I was an employee for, 5-6 years before I was an owner. And I kind of took all the stuff I didn't like from other places that I worked that it just didn't seem right to me, and tried to integrate all those things to try to make my place like the best, because I can see it from an employee standpoint as when I'm hiring people, but also from an owner standpoint on certain things I didn't like. So I tried to just nitpick, like, I liked this shop did this, but I didn't really like that they did that. So I tried to just pick out what I liked and tried to create the best environment I could here.
Yeah, you tried to balance it out the way you want to present your company, and to all your customers. And it's working, dude. It's working. I'm telling you. You say you're not famous, but let's be honest, you are.
No, don't be doing that.
Get over it.
I'll tell you this though, me and my fiance and family have been out to dinner on 2 separate times Me just sitting there eating dinner. And I did, anytime I go out of my house, I have a logo on. It's either on my hat, it's on my shirt, it's on my jacket. Like, I don't go anywhere ever without a logo on. I'm sitting at my table eating dinner, and there's a group. It looks like they're having like a party, like maybe a 40th birthday party. Some older guys, not older, but guys that I wouldn't expect to be on TikTok. A guy walks over to my table and says, "Hey man, I just want to let you know, all of us over here love what you do. Keep up what you're doing. It makes our days so much better. A lot of days." And I'm like, dude, this is insane. Then I had another guy that's buying a hat, and he's like, "Will you sign my hat before you send it to me?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm just a guy that puts stickers on glass. I'm not going to ruin your hat by signing it." He's like, "Please, dude, I want you to sign my hat." I'm like, "Dude, I'm a nobody. I just put stickers on glass and show you guys. That's it."
And and here's the thing, the way you feel now is the way I felt a few years ago when I did Tint'er Battles 2021, because I competed in it and everything. And I've done a lot on social media. I've been all over the place. A lot of people don't know a lot that I do, but most people do. Where I've traveled a lot. I've gone all over the place. I've gone to so many tent shops to train people, to do content. Like, I've done a lot, and everybody's just like, "Oh my God, it's Tent Dude 3 from Instagram. He's famous." Like, I've signed people's squeegees before. I've signed their hats. I've signed, and I'm just like, you guys are fucking nuts.
Right.
I mean, I love all y'all, but y'all are fucking nuts. I'm just a fucking window tinter slapping stickers, like you just said, just slapping shit on a fucking car. Like, I am nothing fucking special. I am not, and it's a little overwhelming at first, but then I was just like, "Hey, this is kind of cool. I kind of like it." And then,
I mean, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and so the second year that they did Tint'er Battles, I was going around and I was going to everybody else and I was like, "Hey, you want to sign this?" They just looked at me like, "Are you serious, Jason? Like, you're the one that signs our shit." And I'm like, "Nah, you're competing. You sign it now." Now you see how it's reversed? Yeah. So, just like Jordan said, embrace it, dude. Don't. Here's my advice for you on that famous side. I'm just going to give you shit because why not?
Absolutely, you got to.
As long as you don't take it to here and let it do this.
Yep.
You're fine.
Absolutely.
You'll be absolutely fine. All right. I have a question because I usually ask people this on the show. Family, kids, like anything like that. Like, what's your situation?
Fiance. I got a little 11-year-old girl. And yeah, we live in a house and enjoy life. And I try to have a work-life balance. It's been a little more work here as of late. Just happened to let a tenor go. And then, with the TikTok kind of success of my business side of things, I don't like turning down money, and I don't like going much more than a week booked out either. I noticed once my business gets over a little over a week or two booked out, that's when you start getting your no-shows, people forgetting appointments. So we'll book out a week, and we're still staying pretty steady of people calling. We'll overbook our weeks, just knowing that we're going to stay late. We do everything in our power to try to stay within that week range, because I try to put myself in a lot of these situations. When I want something done that's cool, like window tint or getting something done in my car or audio, like I want it now. And a lot of these people, I mean, a lot of my customers are loyal customers. They'll wait. Like last summer, we were booking out like a month and a half, and like all my regular customers, they just wait. But like a new customer that hasn't experienced or hasn't had our quality or had any dealings with us, like they just want it done now. And I felt like I was losing some money if people were like, "Oh, I'm not waiting 20 days to get my car tinted." So we try to do everything in our power to not be booked out that far.
Gotcha. I do know. I believe Tesla is your fiance. I think she's
correct.
Watching.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. She's definitely a huge supporter of you, and that's something you should definitely feel good about.
Absolutely. Like anytime she goes out, she'll send me a picture, even if like I'm here. She'll go out to the store. She'll send me a picture of my Cincy Tent Shop hat. She'll be like, "Got your stuff on. You got your stuff on."
When you got that perfect balanced partner like that supports you and doesn't see it as you're doing all of this for other reasons, but you're doing it to grow, and you're doing it the right way, and they support you.
Yeah,
you got it.
If you had a bad home deal, I feel like it's definitely going to run over into your business, whether you're subconsciously or not. to where
Yes.
when I go home, like, you know, I left the house at 4:30 this morning, and it's 10:07 here, and I ain't been back home yet, just because, you know, I had to work
Right.
all day, went back to the
Right.
gym, and then, you know, came here to do this. So it's
Right.
just part of it. It kind of stinks sometimes, and you kind of do everything in your power to balance it. But sometimes this is how we pay our bills. I mean, this is how we make our living. So, I mean, she understands it real well.
Right. And she knows that you were going to be on the show, and she's not sitting there going, babe, you better get your fucking ass home. Fuck the show.
Right.
You know, she's letting you kind of do your thing, and that's
Absolutely.
great. And I tell you what, it's taken me, I mean, I'm almost 46, and it's taken me so long to find that person. And now that I do, I realize what I missed in the past. And so, like, my partner, Janelle, dude, it's just like you and your fiance. Like, it's nice having that. It feels good.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Dude, I can talk to you all night, man, but I don't want to keep you longer from your wife or your fiance and your kid. So we'll just this is what we'll do. How about this? I know you're going to go live. I know you go live. And I told you last week that one time when you go live, I'd like to join in with you and just kind of maybe like interact a little bit with you, and then maybe even kind of talk as you're Tinny and like kind of keep up with the comments. Because I know you miss a lot, and it's I want to help you a little bit in a sense of like where if someone does ask something where you miss it, I can catch it really quick. So we'll try to schedule that and make that happen, and I think we'll have fun at the same time.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm known for doing giveaways, so I don't mind doing a couple of giveaways on your live, and you don't have to worry about it. I'll take care of it. Just to have some fun. And another reason why I want to do it is just to add a little bit of a twist on your live, if you're okay with it.
Switch it up, absolutely. I like giving them variety.
Okay.
You know, it might be something they're like, dude, you need to do this once a week, or you need to do this. Like, we won't know until we try. We might as well try it, just like everything else we're doing.
All right. No, there's definitely going to be some mods in there because I'm probably going to get hated on too, but I don't really care. Whatever.
It is what it is.
But I think we should schedule that, and I'll join in on your live, and we'll have some fun with it.
Perfect. Hey, I'm still waiting on that shop visit too. I didn't forget.
Hey, no, listen. I'm a. If anybody knows me, I'm pretty much a man of my words. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. So,
all right,
I got you. It's probably going to be a couple of months because I'm already kind of tied up. Like, you know, but just wait, dude. I'll come out. I don't give a shit. But on that note, okay, talked about everything. See, look, dude, hour and 15 minutes, dude. Like,
that's nuts.
It goes like that.
You ain't kidding.
Fast. All right. Let's do some giveaways tonight. I was going to try to do things different this year, but I think I was not prepared for it for the giveaway. So we're just going to kind of run it the way I usually will.
Yep.
Oh well. Because I know when you did that giveaway, you're looking at numbers. You're like, what the fuck? Okay. So are you watching your computer monitor at the same time?
Yep.
I wonder. I don't know if this is going to work. See if this pops up on your screen.
Okay.
Did you see anything?
Nope. Oh, well, it's delayed. Give it a second. Give me just a second. We're like maybe 5 or 6 seconds behind.
See, look, people are already starting to put fucking numbers in.
I know it.
Which are you? Okay, it's probably not going to show up. Okay. Are you on your normal cell phone that me and you text back and forth on?
Nope, it's right here.
Okay, even better. All right, this is what we'll do. All right, so we're gonna do some giveaways, and I don't even know what I'm giving away. I really don't. I was not prepared, so bad host on me. But oh well.
No, you're good. And to all of my TikTokers that did join in, I have you guys. I have, obviously this is recorded as well. So I'm going to do a giveaway between all you guys too. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning. You don't have to be in my live to win. I told you guys, you know, if you do hop in, I'll get you taken care of. So whoever, I will do it live just so you guys know it's random. I try to be as fair as I can be, and make sure people know I was not rigging and trying to give to anybody specific. But I will do a giveaway for you guys that did join in, and I appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate the support, continued support, like always.
All right, so I just sent you a text, and don't say anything. Just give me the number back, and then I will do it from there. So go for it.
Gotcha.
Trip, the TikTok is Cincy Tint Shop, right? Is that what it
Yep,
is?
it's just Cincy Tint Shop. Absolutely.
CINCY, right?
Yep.
Cincy Tint Shop. Yeah, Cincy Tint Shop on TikTok. Go give them a follow.
Facebook,
Check out his
Instagram.
life. Yeah, go check it out. Got it. Okay, so now you're gonna have to help me with this.
Gotcha.
And you're gonna see what I have to deal with because it's not easy. Guys, pick a number between 0 and 20. And Dustin, you better watch the comments. I'm gonna try to too. So number between 0 and 20. 0 and 20. Let's go. This is gonna be something that I'm gonna give out to the winner. It'll probably be something from my brand. And if I'm not going to scroll through, so if I see it, I'm going to call it out. And if Dustin sees it, he can call it out. 0 through 20. Jesus. Nothing. Man, everybody's going 100% around it.
Yeah.
Trip Turner got it. It was 13.
13 it was.
Yep, Trip Turner gets it. All right, Trip, you can't win for the next, I don't know, 6 months. I swear that guy wins every single week. So no more for you, Trip. Get out of here.
You done read my mind.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you what, since I do have my TikTokers in here, or any of my supporters.
What do you want to do?
We'll just wait because
what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Dude, this is your show. What do you want to do?
I was going to do a giveaway, but I don't know who's all here from TikTok. And I told strictly the guys that did come over from TikTok that I would do a smaller giveaway just so they had better chance to win. Does that make sense? Just for coming over for the support.
What are you trying to give away?
We can do a Cincy Tint Shop t-shirt.
Okay.
Carry small through 2X.
I tell you, this is going to be for your followers on TikTok, right?
Yep.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Gotcha. Do it. Because a lot of times when I do TikToks live on TikTok, there's anywhere from 200 to, a whole lot of followers. So your chances are really small. Yeah. So I wanted to give these guys that are coming over here to support me a chance.
Okay, check your text message real quick. And you'll see where I'm going with this here in a minute.
Good call.
So this is what I'm thinking is, wait, what's that? What's that?
That I am or they are?
No. What is it? You totally skipped that. No.
Okay.
What is that number that you have on yours?
Oh,
no, wait. That's how many you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even better.
That's what I thought you were going with it.
Okay, no, that's even better. I like this even better. So we'll see how many of your TikTok guys are really true followers. Let's see. Because
they'll be able to get there. Absolutely.
Right. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay, and it's only for if you guys are following his TikTok, play along. If you're not and you're just throwing out numbers, don't. Okay, let's give the TikTok. So let's just do it tonight. And if you want to do another one tomorrow, I'll cover the cost of the shirt. I don't care. What do? Fuck it. I don't
Absolutely. I'm good with it.
I don't care. Okay. So Dustin has a following on TikTok. Then he also follows X amount. What is that number that he follows on his TikTok? Only hardcore TikTok followers are going to know this number.
Right.
How many is he following? Not how many are following him. What is the number that he follows? So the first person to spit that number out, they'll get it. Are you watching the comments?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Watch them. How many is he following? See who gets this. This will be interesting. Who's your number one fan? This is going to tell you who your number one fan is.
Cameron Mueller.
Cameron Mueller gets it. Yes.
320. Dang it, you guys were so close. Good job, Cameron.
All right. So is that going to be for the shirt that you're giving away? Is that
Yep.
what you want to do?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So Cameron, you get one of his shirts.
And it even works out. Cameron bought 2 hats last week, so works out even better.
See, look, now he's got a full outfit to wear.
Absolutely. And it just gets my logo out there. That's what I tell people about merch. Like, you know, I do
100%.
merch giveaways, but I think it'd be cool. You know, I go to Florida one day and I'm walking on the beach and I see a Cincy Tent Shop shirt in like a different state, or, you know, a Cincy Tent Shop sticker. I don't know. I think that kind of stuff's cool.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, let's do one more giveaway from Tint'er brand, and we'll figure that one out eventually. But let's do. All right, let's do this. Oh, you know what? All right. See, now I'm trying to switch things up a little bit. And
No,
then
you're good.
I'll get you home to your family here in a second. Just
You're all right. Hey, I ain't no hurry. I'll get there.
None hurry. None.
Hey, it ain't nothing special. I know that.
It ain't nothing like a hurry. Holy shit, dude! I've gained like followers on my YouTube. That's crazy. I'm not even looking for that. That's crazy. I know the answer, so I'll see it when I'll call it out if I see it. How many subscribers do I have right now currently on the Tint'er Tuesday live show on YouTube? How many subscribers do I have? First person to get that number right, I'll send him something. Tesla's like, take your time. She's like, yeah, you better get your ass home. How many subscribers do I have right now on my YouTube channel for Tint'er Tuesday? Let's see who gets it. I think this is the first time I've checked it in like a long time. I wish I had 1.5. T-Town gets it. It's 343. All right, Tim, you can't win anymore for like the next 6 months either. Oh my goodness. All right, so we got the giveaways away. You got to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't have to. I choose to, but yeah.
Yeah, you choose to. All right, I won't keep you any longer. I promise.
You're good.
Okay. We're done with giveaways. We talked about everything. Dustin, before you go, this is your chance to leave a legacy, either tips, tricks, ideas, positivity, whatever you want. This is your chance to leave it on the show, and it'll be on YouTube forever, well, as long as I'm around. And whatever you want to do, this will be your legacy left behind from you. Go for it.
Oh, let's see here, because I do get a lot of questions. A big question I get on TikTok is what separates us from shops around us, and shops around us may have the same quality of Tint'ers as we have, but what I think separates us a lot, no matter how big of a hurry we're in, no matter how far behind we are, we just won't send junk work out of our shop, and I feel like that is what has got me this. That's it. Just refuse to send junk. Like, don't even give yourself an option. If you question it, if you're like, I mean, things happen. Sometimes you don't see stuff till it dries. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means whatsoever. Yeah. I know there's plenty of Tint'ers out there that blow me out of the water, put out cleaner, faster. I know that. But if you just refuse to send junk out of your shop, you're honest. I mean, you got to be dedicated. You got to want it. If you can do those few things, you can be successful in this business.
Absolutely. It's all about customer service. Yep. 100%. And just being upfront. So, Dustin, dude, I've absolutely had a blast. We're going to have to do like a recap of you like in like 6 months or something like that. And
I'm good with it.
Growth. We should definitely do that, but I can't thank you enough. I know it's late. I know you got a family to get to, and I appreciate you very much for being on the show and sharing your experience and your stories, your ups and downs and everything like that. You're absolutely killing it. I will absolutely get with you sometime this week, if not next week, and we'll try to figure out something on the live. But other than that, get the fuck off my show. That's I got tired of him. No, I'm just playing. I love this guy. Here's the thing, guys. I'm going to do my little recap of the show. Is what he's doing is working, and how he did it is proven fact that it works. You just got to be able to put that effort in and constantly push yourself to get to that next level. And if you don't do it, man, everybody else out there is fucking beating you to it. It's just, I don't know. But I love it. I absolutely love it. Go check him out. Cincy Tent Shop on TikTok. Go give him a follow. Check out one of his lives. If you guys want to, bust his chops while he's live and give him shit, bust his ball, I do go for it because I will. I'll do it. I don't care because he'll probably call me out, but whatever. All right, so I'm going to turn the chats off real quick. Well, if I can get to it somewhere. There it is. Again, thank you, Dustin, for being on the show. Thank you guys for joining in. First show of 2024. And we've got lots of cool stuff happening. And I got to get on the ball with it. So for all you new subscribers to the channel and checking out the show, thank you so much because that little support helps me too. I'm not asking you guys to watch every show, but if you do, you may learn something new. There you go. Next week's show. I'm a little excited. No, I'm not going to say little. I'm definitely excited about next week's show. These are all friends of mine, and I'm super excited about this. I call them my Fab Five. They are the guys that I have in southern Idaho and northern Utah, and these guys are all going to be on at the same time. So 5 guests on next week live right here on the show. And I call them my Fab Five because they're good friends and they're fantastic at what they're doing, and they're fantastic at what they're doing in the industry. And I can't wait to share their stories and how things are going with them. So the Fab Five is going to be on here next week. Excited about that. And then I also have a very special guest the following week, but I will announce that next week. On that, thanks to my sponsors for the show. Thanks for hanging out. Happy New Year's. There you go. Kill it this week. Have a great rest of the week. And I will see you guys live right here on Tint'er Tuesday on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and I don't know, maybe Instagram. At some point, I'll get it figured out. Other than that, I'll see you guys. See ya.